Welcome everyone. Today is an amazing day because I'm gonna be sharing something that it's gonna be very useful for your business. This is gonna be a roulette to collect and build a list of emails, or you can use it to give discounts to your users. One of the news I want to share is that I'm almost done with the class to show you how to create a dual sign up on Wix, so that way you can start integrating it into your current website, or if you're building one for your clients, it's going to be very easy for you to replicate. So see you in the next video, but let's get started with this one. All right, so how does this roulette works? On this example, I have it on a Lightbox. Now you can put it on a static page, dynamic page, it doesn't matter. And the way it works, right, is when you click the button, you have your Lightbox. And here you have the name of the coupon. And once they put their email and they click spin, here is gonna give you the code. And if they use the same email, it will give them an error saying that you already got this code, but because it recognizes the same email. So we're collecting that, and you can use it for future marketing campaigns or to send future, promotions from your business. So let's do a really quick test here. First, we're gonna add something like email sample at gmail.com. Okay, and then once I click spin, you'll see it gave me the 10% off, and the code is IEUD09, right? Now, these codes can be created on the back end of Wix, and I'm gonna also show you how you can do that. But again, you can pretty much do anything with it. So the way this works is very simple. The most complex part is creating the roulette, and that's what I'm gonna show you here. So we're gonna start from scratch. First, we're gonna go and we're gonna add this right here, which is gonna be creating a new website. And the reason why I usually like to do this is because I wanna show you that I'm not hiding anything, because I've seen so many other people that show you how to do certain things. A lot of the times they already added something, and when they do that, then you're like, well, where this come from, or why this is not working? So let's start from scratch. So this is assuming you already have a website. We're gonna use this one right here, and again, we're gonna use it as a Lightbox. We're not gonna add it on a static page, and the reason why I do that is because it takes a lot of space having the roulette. So having it on a Lightbox saves that space, and it only gets activated once they click the button. Okay, so once you have your page ready, the first thing you want to do, if you haven't turned your developer mode on, is going here, turn the developer mode on. And once you do this, if you already have a little bit of experience with this, then skip this part. But we just minimize that, and now we're gonna start with our content manager. So on the collections, we're gonna create one collection first for the coupons, and then we're gonna name it coupons, and then we're gonna create. Now, something that it is very important is the permissions. But before we add anything here, we're gonna go back here, click the little three dots, edit settings, and under permissions, you wanna make sure it's anyone, admin, and then save. And then we're gonna go inside the collection, and we're gonna add the options that we need, which is gonna be coupon name. So the first one is gonna be coupon name, and then it's gonna be text. So let me show you. Okay, coupon name, and then the next one is gonna be coupon code, and then on this one right here, also I gotta make sure it's text, and then save. So once you have that, our roulette is gonna have 8 numbers. So we're gonna have to add 8 different codes here. If you don't want to add a code, you can also add something else. Like if let's say you do something like try again or try next time, something like try next time, and then you don't want to code, you can just type 000, right? So that way it will display the result. But if you're gonna be out, or you can repeat the same codes too. So let's do summer 20, and then we can just come up with some code right now because we're not gonna be creating all of those. And then winter 20, and then again we're gonna also add some, and then here winner, and then some code U1, and then again we're gonna be doing just some stuff here. You got this. And again we need to add at least 8. Yes. And then some code, get 50%, and then U1. Okay, so we have some that are repetitive, but again you can change it and do anything. Best 20. Okay, we have 8 items, and then we're gonna close this. Now we're gonna go back to the again the coupons, make sure the settings and the permissions you already set that up, and again making sure this is done correctly because many people make the mistake and they don't do this part, so that's why I repeat it again. Now we have that, we're gonna create a new collection, and now the new collection is gonna be for the discount holders. So we're gonna create another collection, and this one is gonna be named discount holders, and exactly like that, and then create, and we're gonna do exactly the same thing. We're gonna go again onto the settings, so we're just gonna close this for now. I'm gonna go here, editing settings, permissions. Now on the permissions on this one is gonna be a little bit different, so it's gonna be anyone. This is also gonna be anyone. This is gonna be admin, and this is gonna be anyone, and then save. Because if you don't do that, it's gonna work on the preview mode, but it's not gonna work on the live version. So now we have that. I'm gonna go inside the collection, and inside the collection we're gonna add 2 items. So just ignore the title, that's by default there, but we don't need it. So we're gonna add email, and then it's gonna be text, and save. And then we're gonna add another one, which is gonna be discount, and then this is also gonna be text, and save. Now last thing we need to do is we're gonna go back, and we're gonna go to more actions, advanced settings, and make sure your sandbox is off, because if it's not off, it's gonna have some errors because you're not gonna be able to pull up the information from the coupons and the codes, and it's not gonna display into your roulette. Okay, so once we do that, now we're gonna add the light box. So we're gonna go here, and where do you go? Interactive, right? I think it's interactive. Yeah, we're gonna find the best box that we want. So I usually use this one right here. You can change the background layout if you want. You can make it anything. I'm gonna delete this. I don't need none of this stuff. And then I'm gonna make sure this gets expanded a little bit more, and I'm gonna turn this white. And one thing to keep in mind is you can design and change the colors as you like. You don't have to be limited to the design I did. Once you see how everything is added, you again can change it to anything you like. So make sure to match everything with your branding, and that's very important. So we're gonna go here, right We're gonna go under box, then we're gonna go to container box, and then we're gonna use this roulette right here. So once you do that, you can just add your circle. You can also change the color if you want. So let's add something like gold or yellow, and then you can add some effects too if you want, as in like getting some shadow here, and then we can do a little bit of the size and blur. That way it looks like it's pop. Once you do that, all we have to do is go here, add some lines. So we can do something like this. Make sure it's so we're gonna make sure it's in the center. And there it is. And right there, we're gonna turn this into a white color. So now all I have to do is click on the line and duplicate or copy, and then just paste. So I can do copy paste. First, let me align this. And then we're gonna align this on 90 degree. So it's right there in the center. We're gonna copy one more time, duplicate, and then we're gonna go and make sure it's right on 45. And again, gotta make sure it's center, and we're gonna do the same. Now we're gonna do the other side, and we're gonna make sure it's also center. Boom, there you go. Now one thing is you gotta click here around the box and make sure that when you move it, your lines are not getting left behind. So if they were not attached to the box, that means you have to make sure they're exactly that same size, and take your time. If not, it's not gonna spin. So once we do that, last thing I added was some little circle right here in the center, and this is just to give it some just looks. Okay, so right there. So once we have that, now all I have to do is add my text, and then we're gonna do this one right here. If you're gonna do long codes or coupons, make sure to make your text a little smaller, so that way it doesn't get messed up when it's added. So we're gonna add it to the box. We're gonna spin it right here, and gonna make sure it looks good right in the center. I'm gonna turn this into a white color so it looks better. I'm gonna copy and paste or duplicate, whatever is easy for you. Then we're gonna go here, gonna do the same. So again, all we're doing right now is just adding the most tedious part of the roulette. Here, all you're doing is, if you already got this, just pause the video and go and do this part. After this, we're gonna be adding other things, and we're gonna go here. We're gonna duplicate this one more time. Right there. And then one more. Now something that it's is very easy to mess up is if you don't attach it to the box. Now, because the first one was already attached to the box, when I duplicate all of them, then I didn't have to attach all of them to the box. But if I keep adding the text from here, then you'll have to attach each of them to the box. So now to make sure everything is attached, when I move the whole box, everything should move together. Now, the other thing that's important to do here is to know where you want the winner code to show. So if, let's say, this is the one that you want it to be the winner code, or this one, when we add the ID, we're gonna change this to that specific ID. But just for your internal building purposes, so you know which one it is, you can name this or change it before you connect everything and name it winner, right? So once we do that, now all we have to do is go here and start adding everything else. So we're gonna look for the arrow, and then it goes right here. And you can do literally anything with this, so it doesn't have to do exactly how I'm doing this design. If you have better graphics, use them. So definitely it's gonna make your roulette look much better. This is gonna be a text that we're gonna change to "you got this already." You got it already. Okay, so this is gonna be an error text if they try to use the same email again. So this is the message that is gonna show. We're gonna duplicate this, and now the second one is gonna be your discount code. Okay, and this one is gonna be a regular color, or we can even turn it into like a green so it looks nice. Okay, and then for now just leave it like that. Let me see. Okay, here, because right now we're gonna add the specific ID for each of them, and we're also gonna hide them so they're not gonna be visible. So it should look something like this, like that. So you shouldn't be able to see it until you already spin and it gives you the code. So we're gonna leave that there, but we're adding everything right now. Let me duplicate this one more time. I'm gonna add it right here, and this one we're gonna name it spin to win. We're gonna make this that color, and then we're gonna duplicate this one more time, and we're gonna change the size, and then this one is gonna be like that, and then we're gonna put some rules. So it's gonna be try your luck and get a coupon or get a discount, right? So you can name it anything. Again, this is not necessary if you don't want to, but it just gives a little bit more of the, for some reason it's not giving me the little dot. Okay. Okay, there it is. Then we're gonna do one spin. Actually, one spin per email. It's not changing. So let's do this. Let me duplicate this one more time. Change the text to 20. We're gonna add this right here. Try your luck and win. Then one spin per email, and then no cheating. Okay, and all we have to do is something like that. And let me pause this real quick. I'm gonna pause this because somebody's calling me at the door. Somebody was calling at the door, so I had to go and answer. But this shouldn't be doing this, so let me fix this first. So we're gonna do something like this. Instead, I'm gonna do space. For some reason, this thing wasn't adding the little dots, but it's okay. So you didn't miss anything there. When I paused, everything was still the same. So let's go back and add the button. I'm gonna add a button here, and the button we're gonna make a little longer. And we're gonna go and add it and go to input. So once we do that, we're gonna also make sure it's right there. We're gonna design this, make it a little nicer. Of course, I want this to be white. The text I could do yellow, or I can do, I'm just gonna leave it as black. So we have that right there. And lastly, we're gonna add a small text for another error code that we're gonna be needing. So we're gonna add that right here. And this is gonna be an error occur, try again later. So this can happen if something didn't go through on the collection. This error is going to be shown right there. So pretty much we almost got everything. Now all we have to do is update all the IDs. So we're gonna start with the IDs on the text, and then we're gonna do the code last. So starting with this one right here at the top, right? You got it already. You can name it anything, but the code has to say already get, and then your discount code, we're gonna change the ID to price code, and then the input is also gonna be changed to email address, and that's $D_S. Then the button is gonna be changed to spin button. And then the winner text also has to be changed to winning coupon. So the ID has to be changed to winning and then coupon. So we have that right there. Lastly, what we need to do is we need to select each of the text only. So we're gonna click on the text and then select only that one. There we go. Once you select all the text, you're gonna group the elements. And now we're gonna change the ID of this group to text, capital G, group. So we have all of that. Now we're gonna go back to this original text. We're gonna make sure it's hidden. This code is also hidden for these two. So when you click on the side, it should look a little faded. Then we also have to click on this arrow right here, and we're gonna make sure it's hidden. So we're almost there. Let me delete this really quick. And then all you have to do now is go to the website that I have listed on the description, and you can have the code for free. Also, one important thing is, if you don't want to waste your time creating all this, I'm gonna put this roulette for sale, so you can just go and get it for maybe a few bucks, and then you don't have to be creating this whole thing, and then you can just adapt it to your site. But let me know, or if you already created it and have issues, let me know and I'll help you fix it. Let's click. One thing I noticed, I still have an error here. So the text 38, yours could be text 40, text 10, doesn't matter. But this specific one, we didn't change the ID, and that one is gonna be error MSG. Once I click here, it should change. Now the roulette, which is the container box, have to update it also to wheel of, and then fortune, like that. So we have that right there. So we have pretty much almost everything. Let me see if there's another error, and it's missing the data sets. So all you have to do is go here on main, and we're gonna be adding the collections, the data sets. So the first one, we're gonna go add elements, connect the data set. So this first one is gonna be connected to coupons. Sorry. And then here needs to be as read and write. And then that should be good right there. Then we're gonna add another data set. I haven't connected anything, so let's add another data set, and the next one is gonna be connected to the discount holders. So discount holders is where the items for the emails are gonna be stored. So discount holders, and this one is also gonna be as read and write, and that's it. Now what we need to connect is the error first is gonna be connected to discount holders. So this one right here, I'm gonna go to discount holders, and then the text is gonna be connected to submit fail, and that's it. And then everything else stays the same. We don't have to connect anything here. This one doesn't need to be connected because everything is gonna be already in the code. Now I notice it's still giving me an error here, and it's because I didn't change the name to the dataset ID. So this needs to be changed to coupons dataset, and that's it. The discount dataset doesn't need to be changed. The ID stays the same. So now we should have a working item. Last thing I want to do is I'm going to go to the set triggers. And this one, I'm gonna rename it to Wheel of Fortune, and then I don't want it to automatically appear. Close this. We're gonna exit this, and then here I'm gonna make this a little bigger, and we're gonna win or spin to win. You can name it anything. We're gonna just leave it like that for now, just for fun. And then we're gonna connect it to the Lightbox. And that's it. So now let's test this, make sure it works. If it doesn't work, we're gonna look and see where the mistakes are. So first we're gonna go and click the fortune, Wheel of Fortune right there, right? We're going to the site, spin to win. So we have a roulette right there. So you can see it's working because it's already showing each text that we added in the collection, right? So all we have to do now is add an email. So we can do it's l@gmail.com, for example. And the button is not working. So that's one step I forgot to do. That's gonna be very easy to fix. So we're gonna go back to the Lightbox. The other mistake I noticed is this one. It says button. I didn't update that button right there. So we have to change the text. Spin and win. And then the most important thing here, and that's why your button is not gonna work, is gonna be this step right here. We didn't add a handle. So we're gonna go on click. If it shows the number 1 just on your keyboard, the little arrow pointing that way, just press that and delete the 1 and the dash, and then just add. And sometimes if it's the first time you add it, it's gonna show at the bottom of the code. All you have to do is delete it. If you think you added and you don't know what to do, all you have to do is just select the whole code again, and we can just add it again, so that's no problem. So let's say you added the let me show you an example, that way it's not confusing. So let's say it's the first time you add a handle on this button, right? It's not gonna show the number 1, so it should be all good. So when you click add event, it drops this little code, so you gotta just delete all of that, and then the code you should have access to. All you have to do is just copy paste one more time, and you should have it working. There you go. As long as nothing is on red. If you have something on red, it's because you either didn't type it right. Sometimes a lowercase or capital case can mess up everything, so just make sure you you change that. So we're gonna publish now that we added our handle, and let's view the site. So once we're here, I'm gonna click on the button, and we're gonna type vix@gmail.com. Just and it's working. There you go. So you can see your coupon code is, and it gave me my code. So that's it. It works. If I try again, it's just gonna give me the error with the same code that I already got. Yeah, it did change the name, but I still get the same code. It won't let me get a new code because I'm using that unless I change the email. So that completes the first part of the roulette. Now, how are you gonna be using this? It's very simple. You're gonna go into your dashboard, right? So once you have everything set up, you wanna create actual functional coupons. All you have to do is go into the marketing and SEO. And in this case, because this is a like a free account, it won't show the way to create a coupon. So you have to either add a product onto your website, add some type of events, then you'll be able to see it. So I'm gonna show you an example of what it should look like. So we're gonna go into this site right here. Okay, so I'm gonna use this as an example, because it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have a premium account, but you do have to have the product or service, like a store or like events, things like that in your website. So once you do that, you should be able to see under marketing and SEO coupons. And the way it works, right, is you can create different type of coupons here, and once you create those coupons, you can also limit the amounts that they can be used, the users, also dates. So let's do an example. Let's say I'm gonna create a discount for money or percentage. So you can always do percentage or money. Name your coupon. So let's say we do summer 20, and then the name is gonna be the same, or you can even do something like some 2022, right? So your code is summer 20, the coupon name is some 22, or it can be vice versa. You can do ABC 2020, and the coupon name should be something like summer 22. And then the discount, I want it to be 40%. And then I want it to apply to specific products or to all the products. Depends on what type of marketing you're running with your roulette, right? So I can do all. And then I can also set a limit, right? So valid between this date, I don't want it to expire, or if I want an expiration, I just select which expiration day I want. Then I also want the limit of total numbers of uses for this coupon. Let's say if I'm offering 50%, I don't want 100 people to use it, right? Because probably not going to be good unless you have a really good strategy for that. So let's say I only want it to be used 20 times. And if somebody tries to use it more than that, it will stop working. You can also limit to one per user or per customer, so that way you avoid one person trying to add that code multiple times. And then you create your coupon, and that's it. Once you have that, all you need is that code to be added into your roulette, and that's it. So we're all good to go. So again, that was a way to create a roulette. Hopefully this is something that you can implement in your business or your clients' websites, and if you need help, just let me know. Have a good one.